Hey, gorgeous, and welcome to Flamingo Up, episode 13. This is the podcast where we rise, reclaim our voices, and lead the change against workplace harm. I'm Allie Bertoni, founder of EmpowHEARD, Australia's only national movement dedicated to eradicating female to female workplace bullying and rebuilding powerful, resilient women who refuse to stay silent. Flamingo Up means standing tall, owning your space, and facing every challenge with grace, strength, and boldness, just like a flamingo rising above the storm. Here, you are not just finding your way back after workplace betrayal, you are becoming part of a movement to reshape how women rise, lead, and support each other in every workplace across Australia and beyond. Each week, I bring you expert insights, lived experience, and transformational strategies to help you move from victim to victor, personally, professionally, and organisationally. Now, whether you are rebuilding your self-trust after harm, whether you are a leader ready to break toxic cycles and build real psychological safety, whether you are a woman rising, not just for yourself, but for every woman coming after you, you belong here. Today, we are diving into trusting yourself again, how to spot gaslighting and stand in your truth. So, let us flamingo up. This week, as we recognise Workplace Violence Awareness Day, it is time to name what many workplaces still ignore. Violence is not always physical. It is not always loud. It is often silent and devastating. It is the subtle twisting of words behind closed doors. It is the erasure of your contributions. It is the slow, steady breaking of your self-trust. Gaslighting is workplace violence. It is the manipulation of your mind, your memories, and your confidence. It happens quietly, drip by drip, until you find yourself questioning what you know to be true. And the longer it goes unseen, the deeper the harm becomes. You might be gaslit at work if you notice yourself shrinking. If you start, say, rewriting emails 10 times, terrified you have said something wrong, if you apologize before you even know what you are apologizing for, if you sit in meetings and feel invisible, like somehow without anyone ever saying it, your voice has been discredited. You might be gaslit if you are constantly second guessing yourself over small things. Important conversations and meetings start happening without you. You hear phrases like, you are too sensitive, you are too emotional, or it's not a big deal. You feel isolated but cannot quite explain why, but the loneliness is crushing. It is subtle, it is strategic, and it is absolutely real. And if you have ever questioned yourself because of the way you were treated, I want you to hear me clearly today. You are not imagining it. You are not the problem. At its core, gaslighting is about destabilizing you. It is about undermining your ability to lead, to contribute, to even believe in yourself. It robs workplaces of innovation, creativity, trust. It creates silent resignation where talented women mentally check out long before they walk out the door. And organisationally, the costs are immense, not just in turnover rates, not just in lost productivity, but in the reputational damage that comes when companies become known as places where toxicity is tolerated and trust is broken. If you are a leader listening today, whether you're in HR, an executive role, or running a team, know this. When we fail to name and address psychological violence, we do not just lose great people. we lose the future of leadership itself. So how can you begin to reclaim your truth? First, you can validate your reality. The first step to reclaiming your truth is to trust that what you experience is real. I want you to write it down. Document what you notice without editing, without justifying, and without minimizing. Your experience is not drama. Your experience is data. Your feelings are facts worth honoring. Secondly, anchor in the evidence. Keeping a simple private record is not about building a case for someone else. It is about rebuilding trust within yourself. Write down the inconsistencies. Note when conversations shift. Keep emails where your contributions are erased or your boundaries are dismissed. Thirdly, rebuild your inner circle. Healing from gaslighting happens when you rebuild connections with people who affirm your voice, not question it. Choose relationships that remind you of who you are, not who someone else tried to convince you to be. Next, choose empowerment over silence. Silence can feel safe after gaslighting, but silence is the soil where harm regrows. Healing is powerful, but reclaiming your power, stepping back into leadership, using your voice, that is where the true transformation happens. You are stronger than the systems that have tried to silence you. If you're a leader or HR professional tuning in today, I invite you to reflect. Is there psychological violence happening in your workplace right now? Would your team feel safe telling you if they were being undermined, excluded, or even erased? Psychological safety is not a checkbox. It is a culture. And it starts by recognizing that not all harm is loud. Some harm happens in the quiet moments we were never taught to see. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are healing from a form of violence that too often goes unnamed. And every time you trust yourself again, every time you choose your truth over their manipulation, you are rewriting the future, not just for yourself, but for every woman coming after you. Now, you did not stumble across this podcast by accident. You are here because you are one of the women who is ready to rise, not only for yourself, but for the women who are watching. You are the voice for others who cannot yet speak. You are living proof that betrayal does not win. You are part of something bigger now. EmpowHEARD is no longer just a coaching service or a support space. It is the beginning of a national movement right here in Australia, committed to ending female-to-female workplace bullying and reshaping the way women lead, support, and rise together in the professional world. Whether you are still figuring out what happened to you, whether you are a leader who wants to break the cycle, whether you are ready to speak out and stand tall, there is a space for you here. This movement is for the woman who is rebuilding after betrayal, is committed to never letting it happen to somebody else, is ready to use her story as a catalyst for change. Inside EmpowHEARD, we are not just healing. We are mobilizing. We are advocating. We are reimagining leadership. We are creating safe, bold, collaborative spaces for women to thrive. And it starts with women like you. You do not need to wait until you are fully healed. You do not need to have all the answers. You just need to start. You are no longer just a listener. You are a leader. And together, we are creating a culture where no woman is left to suffer in silence again. If today's message spoke to your heart, gorgeous, please take a moment to share this episode with a woman who needs it. Together, we rise faster. Now, to continue your journey, download your free copy of my ebook, Reclaim Your Voice, and join our private workplace bullying support group, Be Heard, where I offer live coaching every Wednesday. You will find all the links you need to in the show notes. Keep flamingoing, gorgeous. I will see you next time for episode 14.